Get high. There's all fucking gnarly. Gnarly and gross. Oh, life's being a bitch sometimes. God. Fumble fingers. You know, like when your fingers, you just won't listen. You know what you're trying to do, in this case, pick up some dabs. Drop them there. Cheers, everybody. Let's start the show off right. Dab time. So, Fluff was here for about a half a second, like 3 minutes before showtime. And then he left. So, I don't know what that's all about. Normally, he would send me messages like on my phone or something like that, saying, you know, my computer's being a dainter or something like that. But he definitely didn't do that today. No, I'm kidding. Fluff's computer is definitely acting up. I'm getting those messages about 30 seconds ago. Well, did he have issues this morning? Fuck. Well, at least then you guys, like, it's not just me. Like, I'm on my phone right now. I had my computer going. I was YouTubing on it and watching the beginning of the All-Star game. It was great. I come into StreamYard, sat there doing, like, I even had like a really funny like banner under my name typed up and shit like that I thought was all funny, and, you know, maybe get a few laughs out of it. I can go to actually enter the studio, or actually no, I was in the studio. I go to load a song. That's we do an intro video, and it just freezes right up and pisses me off. So, you know, like I've been saying for, am I out of Q-tips? Oh shit. I can't have that. I'll be right back. I think you guys can still hear me. I just gotta go. Good thing is, we got a bathroom right frickin' there. So we can load up, get good on Q-tips again. It's gonna be a lot of dabs today. I was recently subjected to what I can only describe as another worldly level of stupidity. I'm not going to go into the details, but I'm flabbergasted, and I need to get high, and that's where you guys come in. You guys need to come get high with me, since Fluff's too fucking good to come hang out with me. And big words, old. You know, like, you know, it takes a lot for him to be the IT guy around here, and he's old. So he's tired at this time of night. I get it. We don't hold that against him. The one show a week that he does show up for on Sundays, it really takes it out of him. He's elderly, though. Like, you know, love you, big word. Oh, I hear the Blue Kiss alarm coming in, but I don't believe that's Blue Kiss.
Nope, probably not. But at least I got my ass in here. We'll continue to try to figure out what the fuck is going on with my computer, but
what is it? Is it just like loading issues, or is it like StreamYard in particular? Or?
Yeah, it's StreamYard in particular. It's not allowing access to my phone and fucking camera, even though it says it has access to the phone and camera, or to the camera and mic.
See, that's actually it does that to me quite frequently, to the point of like I'll be trying, like, usually I'm here for at least about an hour actually before showtime typically. So I'll be just kind of relaxing, trying to get in the mood, chill out. You know, is there anything else I haven't done that I need to do for all that kind of stuff? And I've learned that I got to be into the back room there where you can turn your mic and cam access on there before before we go into the back room kind of thing. That part and it's, Like sometimes I'll have to sit there for 5 minutes or more. Fucking camera on, camera off, camera on, camera off, and it pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, yeah. Well, even this morning, it was sort of like being a pain in my ass. But like, it seems like maybe once a month, they do something to this shit. Always fucking updating and trying to make it better and breaking shit. So, fucking frustrating. But we're here. We're here. We're here, and
Yeah, no, I'm
try to get it
stoked.
figured out.
Now we can get high because I need it. Yeah, I need it today. It was even a pretty good day, but we've got tomorrow to get my car fixed, which it is at the mechanic shop right now. Hopefully they can get to it tomorrow is the deal, right? But like, you look at this dude's yard and it is fucking full of vehicles that all, I'm guessing, need to be worked on. That he's got 4 bays going, just rocking at all times. It's insane.
Jeez. Well, that's a good thing. Hopefully he's fucking. Ooh.
Yeah.
We might have the computer up.
Uh-oh.
All right, hold on one sec.
My computer isn't even it's at the point where I'm ready to just not even bother trying to StreamYard because it's been a hot minute since. We wonder if we get the what delays going on.
Fucking professional around. Don't do that shit.
Well, then maybe you need to be the IT guy instead of Big Word.
But I'm fucking lazy and I don't do well with responsibility, so that won't work.
Well, yeah, but you're the only one that knows how to work a fucking microphone or 2 microphones. That's a pretty big. Nobody else knows how to figure it out. I've tried. I'll come in every time I come in. Like if I've the computer fires off and I'll get the phone or whatever. I'll think I have the right one muted, but I don't. Never.
Yeah, well, yeah, it happens, and it happens. Yeah, you're a slow learner. That's all.
Yeah, technology, it's a bit of a bitch sometimes.
Uh-huh.
But what we could do is dab. I just want to get
we can do that. I like that.
Cool. So last night I'm sitting there pondering and I'm like, I have been since basically before Sunday even, I've been constantly racking my brain, fucking pondering the financials of boot camp. Can we do it? And the thing is, can we do it? Fuck, most likely. Should we do it? No, because it is a huge financial stretch given last week and the car issues that we got going on and all that. But it's I've never been known for doing the right thing, the smart thing, and all that. And it's just let's go, fuck it, let's wing it, let's do it. But I kind of get into that mood where I'm maybe we should actually consider fucking sitting this one out. And my old lady's well, if we do, then we really got to go to the next year because this is the one thing that I actually am looking forward to. And then I feel that just is guilt tripping me in, where they say I'm not mad. But they actually are pissed. I'll fucking stab you in the throat type pissed, but they just won't admit to it. And I kind of feel maybe she's not going to stab me in the throat. Don't worry, I don't believe that. But I feel it was kind of that. Oh, yeah, we don't have to go if you want. So so it's almost fucking taunting me in a way. And so now, it's just well, don't fucking tell me we can't do that type shit. So now, I feel I've been peer pressured. like, by my wife.
It's one of those like when they tell you that yeah, you can do whatever you want. No, you fucking can't. The obvious answer is the answer that you're supposed to know, but
Yeah.
you don't want to admit to yourself.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
So,
no, yeah, like, and she's right. Like, fuck, fuck. Like I said, I think we can make it happen. Like, it just, like I said, we might have to just go camping for a couple days or something like that, or park in somebody's driveway for a little bit. I can wait for
may
the
have
next
to.
paycheck to come through. And if that's, which is stupid, it's extreme, but like at the same time, like I said, I've done dumber shit probably.
Well, you just have to fucking buy a few less wheels, one less bearing. I would say one less
Well,
show, but those are probably already paid for. So
every show for this year is paid for. Now, there is, oh shit, did homie just get hit in the face? Maybe not in the face. The All-Star game's on, sorry, and it looked like somebody just got hit in the face by the pitch. All the shows for this year have been paid for, but there is like a couple questionable shows that maybe not. But like there's nothing that like all that we got to do it have been paid for kind of shit. And the fact that everything has been paid for is one more reason why we got to go to booth camp, because we have Rocklahoma tickets. Those were bought and paid for the minute Slayer was announced as the Sunday night headliner. I was like, oh shit. Well, if we can't go to Sick the World, Texas, we'll fucking the day after booth camp, we can certainly drive fucking 7 hours to Rocklahoma, and so we even have financial stake in that. Because we bought and prepaid tickets so far in advance. But
yeah, there you
who's
go. See, it's
playing?
just another reason. Another reason that fucking you got to be out here. Then, no.
You know who's playing in Minneapolis on? It's either the Wednesday or the Thursday night. I don't know, which we could potentially be on our way to booth camp. Chad Gray's doing his 30 Years of Madness. Oh, I'm like, shit. I wonder if that's fucking possible.
Where's
I feel like,
that at?
What's it? Varsity Theater. It's called. Looks like it's in a university area. I like, my only thing is like, I don't know. I don't know what the area is like, and I worry about leaving my car somewhere, because if you had some dick like slash my tires or something, I'd be kind of fucked. So I think about shit like that.
Yeah.
But that would be freaking pretty bitching if I could make that happen. Just because I always look for, wow, I've been looking and have. Because that's also kind of, that's like a 27-hour drive from here, and it's still about an 11, 12-hour drive from booth camp. So there's a good chance that I'd even be kind of like a decent place that you might want to actually think about stopping and getting some rest, depending. Or that could also be the kind of place where like you're like, no, fuck it, we're still here straight back, got the mojo going, no stopping yet. Who knows?
Oh man, let's see. I don't think I got any good shows coming up soon. We went and saw fucking Buck Cherry the other night. That was fun. But me and the wife were pretty fucking wrecked. She had a long one, I did, so we didn't even stay for all of the fucking show. So it was one of the, and we got the tickets free. So it was kind of like we went out, had dinner, watched the fucking band, for I think most of the set, actually. I think we watched all the set. for Buck Cherry, but then just peaced out before like Tom Kiefer came on, which I would have liked seeing him, but I've also seen him not so long ago. So, it's
Yeah.
not a horrible loss. I'm
Uh,
pretty certain the set list hasn't changed any.
yeah, well, it's gonna be a long couple days. Friday, Saturday. That's Armstrong Metal Fest, and they got Rivers and Nile headlining on Friday night, and Dying Fetus headlining Saturday night. That's gonna be great. And most of the other bands are kind of local level bands. But there's a few like that tour around. Like I've mentioned them before. Cyborg Octopus are a fucking cool band. They're heavy as shit, but they got a guy that plays saxophone, and they got a like the dude that plays saxophone also plays like the guitar, but they're heavy as shit still. Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
Bees down with the Dying Fetus. Hell yeah.
Dude, I love getting in. I think I sent you a goofy one the other day. Some like, what did it say? Like shamanic fucking Thai metal or some shit. It was like
Yeah.
a person jamming out on a fucking guitar with some serious like fucking ass behind it.
Yep.
I love getting some of those videos, man. I get all kinds of goofy shit like that through my YouTube feed. Yeah, knowing half of it's probably AI bullshit, but some of the good ones that show up are, you can see some talented people in there.
A lot of I think my favorite content creators on like YouTube and Instagram are people like there's like Allie the Piper, the chick does like Freebird and Sandstorm on the bagpipes. I love watching her. There's a lady called Harpist KT. She does like Tool on a harp, and like she'll play anything too, not to like.
I think I've seen her also. Yeah,
like she just rips. What's lady with the violin, blonde lady, Nina D. But there's a few others like Mia Alice Addison. I know there's a few of them, man. People that are taking instruments that are outside like the metal or rock and roll genre, and they're just absolutely shredding with them. And taking a song that and just taking a spin on it, where it's like, wow, like I can watch that stuff all day. It's great.
yeah, yeah. I like the new spins on the fucking music and shit. Humans have been around and recording shit for a long time now, so it's kind of hard to find a lot of new and original. But to see somebody improving, putting their own, it may not be a new song, but to take a completely new take on the song is its own interest, I guess. I'm down for fucking covers, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm
I think
cool with
more
them,
bands
when they're
need to
done
do it,
proper.
man. I think way more bands need to do it. Don't get me wrong, I've heard some bad fucking covers where it's like,
oh yeah,
Jesus, why would you do that? But whatever, they thought they were doing the song justice. I'll give them credit. And there probably are people that like those versions. Those people are just wrong.
right.
But yeah, like you take well, here's a band we both love, Edsel Dope with Dope, right? Like spin me right round. And before he plays the song, he'll even say, like, I'll have to play you the stupidest song you've ever heard, but if you come here for the right reasons, you're gonna love it. And it is. It's one of the dumbest fucking songs you've ever heard when you hear the original version from the 80s. But they take it, gangster it up, and you're like, fuck yeah, that's pretty badass.
Right. What are you fucking smoking on this evening? I don't think I fucking all my computer issues. I don't think I got to fucking hear what you got going on this evening.
I've been dabbing on some Daily Grapes Shatter. Because I guess I'm agitated and I need to get fucked up to relieve agitation. Um, And I think it's, yeah, I feel kind of dumb and floaty. So I imagine it's going to work. It is working. I don't feel angry anymore, which is good because it's, well,
Because it
I
sucks
do
to be
feel that.
fucking all angry about shit.
Yeah, exactly that. I even feel that it's justified anger, but it's not, it doesn't feel good to be that way. And especially if you're angry towards someone that you care about, right? That sucks even more. So it's just like, now here I am. I got you guys distracting me. Right? It's like, as I always say, going into the garden, man. Like when you're all of a sudden, for that time you're in your garden, there's no bills to pay. There's an old lady nagging at you for chores. You don't got to go to work tomorrow. You know, it's a real reality check once you come back out of the garden. You're like, fuck, my life sucks from now until next time I come in the garden. Uh, that's why gardening's awesome.
Fucking, I love, there's been some really good covers of Electric Funeral. Ted Kurt bringing that up, listening to his old band do a cover of it.
I just saw that.
Yeah, man. The what do they call them? The Nativity in Black albums. Have you ever heard of those?
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking love the Nativity in Black album. All of the bands. I mean, there may be one fucking cover on there. I'm like, man, why did you put that on there? But all of the rest of them and the collaborations that went along with it were fucking just killer, dude. So so and I want to say I was trying to remember who on the Nativity in Black did the Electric Funeral cover.
Pantera.
I think it was Pantera that did it on that one. So you know they fucking rock it. As a matter of fact, I think maybe my favorite cover they did was fucking Planet Caravan.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Oh, no. I love it, dude.
But also, I don't like that song Sabbath plays. It to me, it's too slow and just I lose interest. I guess I like my Black Sabbath to like rock and fucking roll. You know what I mean? And when I look at like all like the truly badass songs that Black Sabbath covered, I think when I heard that, I was like, really? Like at that time, I probably would have chosen Iron Man for them to do. I would pick something different this day and age for sure. But you know, it'd be like I just want to hear Dimebag just riff hard, you know, and it's just not the song for it. Which is it is what it is, man. There's a lot of people. Actually, I think I've heard Phil say that is his favorite Black Sabbath song. So,
oh really?
Yeah, I just read that a couple months ago, I'm pretty sure.
Well, and you know what? I mean, I grew up in the age where every fucking band had to have a, you know, like a power ballad, right? And that kind of fits the fucking power ballad model with a little more grit to it. You know what I mean? So so I got a soft spot for it.
That's fair. That's fair. I can get down to that at least. That's yeah, like fucking Tesla just fucking up the whole program for everybody. Right?
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah. I was actually jamming. Like, I'm not a big Tesla fan, but their 5-man acoustical jam album is pretty good. That's where they do like a really wicked cover of the song "Signs," and it's with that Rolling Stones song. She went for the shelter of her mother's little helper. That's great. I was loving it. Maybe I'll go listen to more Tesla when we're done. Probably not, but we'll see.
Right.
They're touring with Motley Crue this September before shit got busy, and there's like There was no way that was going to be a priority anymore. I was thinking about going to see them just over the border in the States. It's like them with Tesla and Extreme. And I'm like, okay, well, you go to Motley Crue expecting it could be a bit of a train wreck, but you're still getting to see the songs that you love. But I feel like Extreme would be really good.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same, man. I don't think I've actually seen Extreme live. I'm trying to think. I've been seeing a lot of the older acts like that and shit. Doing their shows together. So I'm just trying to think if they headlined with or didn't headline, but came with anybody that I've seen lately. And I can't think that I've ever seen them. And I think I would like to. I think that'd be a really good show.
I think Gary Sharon is an amazing singer. He was the third Van Halen singer, which at that point, nobody's going to look at you seriously, I think. At that point in time, which is kind of a disservice to him, but the guy is phenomenal. And Nuno Betancourt, their guitar player, that's Taylor Swift's guitar player. You don't get to be Taylor Swift's guitar player by being a shitty guitar player. I'm sorry. You can talk shit about her music all you want. If you don't like it, that's fine. But when you're playing on her level, filling the stadiums that she's filling, you're not Joe Blow up there. You're top tier. I'm basically babbling. My freaking banger gets old.
My wife just said that Extreme was around here, but I didn't want to go. And I don't remember what the show was, but I wonder why. I was probably all bitchy and whiny, and so I was like, I don't fucking care. I don't need to see shit.
Fair. That's fair. Well, in the one version of there's potentially me sticking around. Maybe, like I said, we might get to go see that Manson Rob Zombie tour. And they've got that Mongolian metal band, The Who, and Orgy opening for them.
Orgy I'd definitely be interested in. I don't think I've ever seen them. I dig their fucking music. I like their vibe. So I would like to fucking see them. And I definitely have not caught them ever. I fucking swear I just saw that they are Orgy's gonna be playing somewhere here close soon. Need to fucking check that because I don't remember what that show was. But it's in a place where I don't go very often. Haven't actually been to a show since fucking probably like before I've met my wife even. Like it's been that long since I've been to this specific venue for a show, and it has not gotten better in all of those years. It's gotten way worse. The area just sucks.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those when they have bigger shows there sometimes, so it's.
See, I'm one of those people that the area matters to me now. Now, I'll go into a rougher area if I've got a decent sized group or a couple other dudes that are with me that'll help fucking, deter fucking shit from going down. But like, there's a couple venues in Vancouver that we don't go to because when you got homeless people and craziness or like open drug use sitting like right there, freaking like they're sitting up against the venue wall, basically, freaking doing their dope or whatever, right? And it's like I don't want to expose my fucking daughter to that. She's 12. She doesn't need to be seeing that shit. Although maybe it is good for her to see the realities of life. If I don't do drugs or that.
Yeah, right. Yes and no, right?
Right. Like I don't know. She's seen it. It's hard to, but like at the same time, like we used to go from like say the Commodore, which is one of my favorite venues ever. I then like walk about 3 blocks up to this underground parkade that we go to that say it's under a nice fancy hotel and all that that shit, so it's a pretty safe place to go. And then, but there's also like a 24-hour coffee bake shop / bakery where they sell like these foot-long strudels. The coffee's good. The donuts are pretty wicked. So you load up on coffee and munchies for the drive home. But like on the way to maybe a block and a half between the coffee shop and the wall, which is the hotel that we park underneath, you go through like a wall of like probably 30 fucking tents that are set up against like, and I'm just like, nah, man, at like 11:30 at night, no.
Oh,
So because
but
you give me a couple of homies that'll get down and boogie if shit starts to rock off, and that's a little bit different.
yeah, dude, my wife just reminded me. Fucking, I forgot how stoked I was about this one, and so she just reminded me we're going to this one. But Dweezil Zappa is doing
Fuck
the show.
you!
Yeah. So yeah, dude, we're me, the fucking wife, the kid, his girlfriend. We're going to see fucking Dweezil Zappa. That's gonna be a good one. I'm fucking super excited for that. I believe in it's like 20. What is he said? 20 years of doing his old man's music. So it's like the 20th anniversary.
Dude, that'll be. There's no way that's going to be anything but amazing.
That's all I can think.
Man, and that's a show, honestly, where I feel like it would be kind of like seeing Primus. They're not going to play my favorite songs, most likely, and I'm not going to care. It's going to be just like a wicked musical performance. I like Zappa. And you're just going to, all this shit that I thought I'd never, like, dude, I'm fucking not actually pissed, but I'm definitely jealous. Yeah. He announced that tour, and I was looking, and he might be going like Seattle, Spokane, or something. I think he's not coming quite close enough for us to work it. Fuck.
Don't worry, man. I'll send you some fucking clips. Yeah, dude. And it's same, man. I believe that one was at the pageant. So it's a nice small venue. Like I guess I'd call it a medium-sized venue. Like, it's not a real fucking small venue, but it's not fucking big by any means. So, it's a nice quaint place, small enough that everywhere there's a good fucking view. The sound in it's an old fucking theater, so it sounds amazing no matter where you're at. So really there's no bad spot in the house, but when you get there early enough, yeah, it is a theater, beast. But when you get there early enough, man, you can get up there and kind of get right on the center of the fucking bar rail up there and just get a second floor center view, dude, and it's just absolutely perfect. When I went and saw ZZ Top, it was that's where we went and saw them, and we got actually Static X too with my kid. Same thing, man. Same place too. I love it.
When I mentioned the Commodore there recently, just a few minutes ago, as being one of my favorite venues, that's like old theater. That's like, it opened up in, I think it was the early 40s, or it might have even actually in the 30s. I think it's actually into its 90th year of operation now. So and then down the street is actually the Vogue Theater, which is the same fucking thing. But that's where I saw Static X for the first time. Whereas the Commodore's like, you got to go upstairs through this fucking tiny little hallway. If there's ever a fire up there, it would be all hell would break loose. People get stampeded to death coming down the stairs. It would be fucking horrible. But the venue when you're up there is absolutely amazing. The Vogue is right there on the street. You can see the lights when we're outside and they're sound checking in there. You can see the fucking, even see parts of the LED screens of 7 decibels sound checking right there. Great. But the acoustics in those old, like, brown brick buildings, like, man, like, yeah, that's
well, and I mean, it was any kind of theater was designed for sound. So you have that benefit too. There was a place in Bloomington, Illinois called the Castle. It was a small old theater like that too, and Mushroom Head used to play there, fuck, maybe 3 times a year. It seemed like. Um, and my dumb ass never fucking went and saw him once because every time they'd come around, I'd be like, I'll catch him next time. I'll catch him next
Yeah.
time. And, you know, they showed up so much, I was never worried about fucking going to see him. I just never pulled the fucking trigger to go fucking see him like an asshole. So, but that theater, man, it always had great shows, great fucking venue, great music. And it's such a small little place that everything sounded good. You know, it was awesome. But
Yeah, it's not like that.
they were bad about packing that fucking place in, man. Like way over fucking fire code.
So Chad Gray show in Minneapolis. That's well, it's at the Varsity Theater. So however new or old that fucking thing is, it's like I said, theater. It's designed for good acoustics. So that could be fun. It's all general admission, which would be cool. It'd just be one of those, yeah, something. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
So what is he gonna play through the 30? Is he gonna play a fucking little bit of everything?
Yeah, yeah.
So a little bit of Hell Yeah, a little bit of fucking Mudvayne, a little bit of.
Yeah, apparently one of his last shows that he was doing this, he played a Mudvayne song that Mudvayne's never even played before. I think it was maybe "Scream with Me" or something like that.
Oh fuck! I would love to see him do that live.
I think it'll be great. Like I've seen him with Hell Yeah twice. I saw him with Mudvayne last fall. All 3 times was fucking great. And I feel like both those bands to me are very much like greatest hits bands. Like they've got a lot of songs I don't really care a lot for, but they've got their songs that I do like. I really, really like. And man, that could be like amazing. What I've never done is I should look at the set list and just see what that is. What if he plays nothing but stuff I don't like? He's like, okay, we're gonna play.
I mean, it happens. It fucking happens,
dude. Yeah. My thing is, I just don't go with huge expectations anymore because of that. Like Iron Maiden was like one of those bands. Actually, Judas Priest was actually the first band where I went and saw them. And you take Judas Priest. I've been listening to them for well over 30 years at the point where when I'd seen them, and they played for an hour and a half. So that's probably 15, 16 songs somewhere there, maybe 18. And I knew 7 songs because they were all playing all new shit. And I didn't go there to see new stuff. But of the 7 songs I knew, only 4 of them I actually cared about. And I'm like, that's weak for Judas Priest, right? And it was boring because, like, man, if that's the best Judas Priest could do. And then Iron Maiden was like, same thing. Like they played Fear of the Dark, which is my favorite Maiden song. So I was stoked. The rest of the songs were songs I wouldn't have picked or really been on that set list if I was the one choosing. Didn't fucking matter. Kind of like what I just said about Primus a while back in the show, where it just doesn't matter. They're gonna play what they want to play, and you're gonna enjoy it because it's gonna sound amazing. The presentation's gonna be great, and it's like they're old as shit, but it's not like they're just sitting there, barely holding on, keeping it together. Man, Bruce Dickinson is old as shit. He's running around that stage more than I'm capable of doing. Like,
that's what I said the last time I saw fucking Dee Snider. I'm just like, holy shit! Like, how are you still fucking such a fucking showman? Like Alice Cooper, he's still out there fucking getting it. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, get it with your old ass. So, again, I was starting to think of one that it was Pantera, like coming out of like Far Beyond Driven, and you would be going into like reinventing the steel, right?
Yeah.
That how that goes. Well, I'm not a fan of much of the music on reinventing the steel. I did not like the fucking album. Just seemed like they were struggling at that point. That's my opinion. I know a lot of people think that's probably like their fucking best album. I ain't fucking one of them. But went and saw them right before that album came out, and they played like almost all songs off of that, and I'm just like, oh, hey. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong; it was a good show. So, they put their energy into it, loved it. But I was like, right, man, you played nothing that I wanted to fucking hear. Zero.
You know what's fucking funny? I'm actually been working on a heavy metal hot take video that reinventing the steel is better than Far Beyond Driven. I find Far Beyond Driven is good. I just find that like when I look at the amount of Pantera that's on my playlist and stuff like that, there's more off of reinventing the steel than there is for Far Beyond Driven. Now, that being said, there is nothing on reinventing the steel that can compare with Becoming or 5 Minutes Alone. Not even fucking close.
No.
And but for me personally, when I just the amount of songs that have been put on my playlist, there's probably 5 or 6 songs from Far Beyond Driven, and there's probably like 8, maybe 9 songs off of. And actually, after seeing them do "I'll Cast a Shadow" last year, I liked that song. I didn't like it. It was a song like. Have you ever had that happen where you didn't like a song from a band and then you see it live and you're like, oh, I feel differently about that now for some unknown reason?
I was completely ambiguous about fucking Mudvayne. I was like, fucking take it or leave it. Like, and then I saw them fucking live and they absolutely fucking killed it. And I'm just like, oh, hold on. Like, this band's way fucking better than I thought they were. Like, there's a lot to this here. Like, I going to their music now, I really enjoy it. Listening to it, I've definitely become a huge fan of theirs over the years. But hearing them live, like their music was better live than it was fucking recorded. It was heavier. They put more ass into it. Like the fucking show was awesome. Like if I've sat there before and like I was like, man, I wish Mudvayne was fucking heavier. And then I saw him live and I was like, holy shit, that's what I wanted him to do.
Dude, that's what Seven Dust did to me when I saw them. It was like before I saw them, like I like Seven Dust. They've got probably a half a dozen songs that I absolutely love. Other than that, I just like them. Cool band. And then they come on playing once again songs that wouldn't be on my personal if I were to pick the set list. They're not playing stuff that I necessarily want to hear. And they come out and I'm like, this is so fucking heavy. What the fuck is going on? This is Seven Dust, like, and they're fucking amazing on stage, right? And the whole time I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, this is just crazy how fucking like.
I will not fucking like typically look up a lot of Seven Dust, but if they are playing a show, I will fucking absolutely. I am down for it, man. That is a band that live is fucking my jam, but recorded I can take it or leave it.
I think I'm with you, man. Like after that concert, like there's I think maybe 2 more other songs got added to my playlist over the half a dozen that were already there. And it was same kind of thing. Like they've got just those few songs, but like the thought of getting to see them live, and they're a band that tours constantly, and it's been what 2 years I think since then, 3 years.
That Seven Dust is constantly opening up for somebody.
Well, okay, here's another. Actually, here's another for the other music channel, their music skateboarding channel. I guess it's kind of becoming whatever the hell I want to put on there. We'll call it that. But I wanted to do a thing where an argument for a bunch of different bands, and I feel like I could make this. But who is the best supporting act out there? Like, I'm not talking about like you can't. So it can't be bands like Slipknot because they're a fucking headliner, right? We're talking about bands that can headline. We've probably seen them do it, but we've also seen them support bands that are way better than them, right? We've seen better live bands. We know they're not the best headliner out there. They can't be. But when you see them in support, you're just like, oh, amazing. Because Seven Dust is one of those bands. I've not seen them headline, but I've seen them in support twice. And you're just like mind blown. Because when the first time I think of this, like Anthrax is a band that really comes to mind with that. I've seen them 6 times now. I've seen them headline once. I've seen them in support 5 times. And they're another band where the singer they have now is not even my preferred Anthrax singer. I like John Bush. Most of my favorite Anthrax songs come from the John Bush era. But Joey's singing now. I like his stuff, don't get me wrong. I just prefer the other guy. And so Anthrax is another one of those bands where they'll play like Antisocial and Caught in a Mosh. Yep, those are 2 of my absolute Anthrax favorites. But other than that, they'll play songs that typically I wouldn't be on my chosen set list if I pick, and I couldn't fucking care less. Their hour-long set goes by in what seems to be a blink of an eye. Right? We just saw them 4 times opening for Megadeth, 4 times in 5 nights, and it's like by Exodus, they got kind of old. By the 3rd night, you're like, can we at least put like a different song in here, or like not do the banter during all the same songs at the same time, like change it up a little bit, you know? Like, they don't get me wrong, they were good, but whereas Anthrax was like, fuck, man, they could have played for another hour and you just would have been bopping along, toe tapping, nodding your head and all that shit. So, my question is, like, in your opinion, who might be the greatest supporting act out there? And to live chat as well. Let's see it. Y'all might have been typing it while I was talking, but I wasn't looking. I was busy not getting distracted.
I was trying to fucking think of it while you were talking, and then my just kind of kept fucking jumping all over. And so now I'm having a hard time because I really did. Like you said, Seven Dust, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like definitely. Seven Dust is like when it comes to the heavier shows, things like that, like they put it down, man. They open it up. It's heavy. It's great. It's amazing. They get you amped up and ready for the fucking next one. They're always stoked to be there. Oh, I was gonna say fucking Dope is a great fucking supporting fucking act, dude. Watching Dope actually perform before somebody is fucking awesome. And I'm trying to think of maybe some like 90s like type shit. I was gonna say, funny enough, almost most times that I've seen Korn, they have been a fucking a supporting act for somebody else. You know, I mean, total fucking they're main stage headliners, but I have seen Korn more as an opening act, you know, a supporting act than anything. And
yeah, that's man. You know what? That's a good point. And it would be, because I've seen them once each. I saw the support System of a Down at Sick New World, and then I saw them headline last fall, and they were like ridiculously good just due to the strength of their set list. Right? It was unfuckwithable, and it was like but yeah, they're a headliner, absolutely, but there's definitely bigger bands out there that are better. And System of a Down definitely proved that. I never thought of Korn in that conversation. You might have just changed the whole game because Anthrax could open for Korn, you know, like definitely. But like, at the same time, it's not like who's the bigger, it's who is better. Like, how do you man? This makes it tough because both their shows, man, Korn set it goes like
Great set, dude. I mean, really, it is.
You can't
They've
fuck
got
with
it nailed down.
And I've just said that Anthrax doesn't typically play the songs that I would choose to play. That, you know, that's fair. Like, play the songs you guys want to play. You're not there to fucking please me in particular. In fact, I think you guys intentionally go away out of your way to choose songs that I don't want to hear. But that's like what every band does. Like, oh, that Brad guy's coming to the show. Oh, we ain't playing the good stuff.
Yeah, I was kind of laughing, fucking talking with my wife this weekend while we were watching Buck Cherry, right? Like, he come out, man. Honestly, great show. Dude's out jamming, fucking having a great time. He's getting it. And then like they're playing some of the better songs, some of the shit I like more. And then you get to something like Crazy Bitch, and they're just like, you can almost see the shoulders slump, like, and here we go. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, dude, like you had the vibe, everything was going good, and you're like totally pissing on your own, so like you hype, and I see it, like, you know,
and
like,
that's when the whole crowd is amping up, because that's the fucking one song that absolutely everybody in the venue knows. Like,
right, and they're so fucking sick of that song, right? Like, and I get it. I get why they want to play fucking music that they really have some connection to, that literally no one else fucking cares about, and they're gonna want to play, and they should have the right to play it. But motherfucker, what got you popular? You better fucking remember that shit, because that is what got you where you're at.
See, that's how I felt after seeing Judas Priest. Was they kind of what you just said, although they did play 4 songs I liked, right? I was just like, motherfucker, like an hour and a half and 4 fucking songs. Like, disappointment.
Yeah. You know, like some of these bands, you know, they're hardcore, right? They don't want to be fucking mainstream and all that shit, and all of a sudden one song blows up, and that's what makes their money. And now all of a sudden they're guys with money, fucking popularity, and they like it, but then they don't want to act like it, so then they gotta hate their own popular shit, right? Fucking dude.
Yeah. When
Kind of reminds me of fucking Vanilla Ice and shit, right?
Yeah, when I took Abigail to see Metallica, we through Pantera opened up for them, and we were right at the front rail, and Pantera is one of the 3 craziest front rail hang on for your fucking life experiences of my life. And I'm like, oh god, what's this going to be like when Metallica comes on? And it was crazy for about the first 3 or 4 songs. And then they went on a run of, I think it might have even been 5 songs, where it was all stuff off the new album and maybe the song off the album before that. And then they go into, I think it was Orion from Master of Puppets, which is great. But you just put the crowd to sleep with 4 songs that nobody in a row that nobody's interested in. And therefore Orion falls and is no longer, because like, you just basically gave us 25 minutes of who gives a shit. And you could
Right.
feel, like I said, the first 4 songs, 3 songs, like you're at the rail, you're like, it's vibing and it's intense. It's not Pantera, but you're ready to go off. And then you could feel the crowd just, and just totally relax.
I feel like fucking Megadeth has done that to me a few times, seeing them also. Like, I'm a fucking fan. There's a lot of music I like by them, but a lot of it is very monotonous also. It's a lot of the same old shit with fucking Megadeth. It just is what it is, but that's what makes it great. But at some point, I want the good shit that I like, not the fucking the subpar shit that you're doing.
Actually, I was on the last tour that we just saw. I was saying that set. It took until about the 4th or 5th song for it to really get rolling, because they would start off with like one of the new songs off the new album. I think it was Tipping Point, which is fair enough, but not many people know it. Let's face it, not many people are going out and buying the album. They're here for the older stuff, right? So a lot of it's, and it's not just an amazing opening song. and then they'll play maybe Hangar 18, but then they'll play another song that nobody gives a shit. I can't even remember what it is. Dread the Fugitive Mind. Not necessarily a bad song, but nobody gives a shit. There's so many different songs you could be playing. And then after that they'll play like maybe play Angry Again, and then they might get into like Sweating Bullets or something like that. And then the show starts really fucking rolling, and it's like you're on a roller coaster that just finally went down. But absolutely, man,
That's
Megadeth's my
exactly
favorite band. Megadeth
that's
is my
exactly
favorite band.
fucking his MO, dude. Is if he has an album out, you are gonna get bored for the first fucking 4 to 5 songs. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't know this one. It's like, it's okay, you know, like, but you don't have enough exposure to it. But every show, if he's got a new album out, that's the way that's going to be. You're going to hear a couple of that in the beginning, and it is. It's kind of like the click up to the fucking roller coaster, right? It's a slow ride up, but he gives you a hell of a fucking ride on the way down with all the stuff you want to hear.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, that's funny to me. You brought that up because, like I say, man, they're like one of my absolute favorites, and I can criticize their shit live, but once they get going, it's an amazing thing.
yeah,
As I do gotta say, but it's a slow roll getting you there.
yep. And actually, that is kind of how I thought when you were talking about like opening supporting acts and things like that. Corn. The last couple times I saw them, they opened up for Rob Zombie, and then he opened up for the last 3 times I saw him, they opened up for Alice in Chains, and then they opened up for shit. Now I forgot who the third one was. Megadeth. Which that was an interesting show to have fucking Korn open for Megadeth, because I definitely thought it was going to be the other way around. Like it just would have kind of fit better in that at the time frame, it seemed.
I feel like if the show were to happen next month, Megadeth would be opening for Korn.
Yeah.
Like if it'd be in recent times. Actually, here's a cool show that I don't think we'll be able to make it happen, but I've thought about it. This is another one that's just outside Minneapolis. But Iron Maiden playing with Megadeth in support.
That'd be a bitch show.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. No, I don't think his. Then hopefully Megadeth is going to edit out like the 2 or 3 songs I don't give a shit about. And they're just going to go, we're playing with Iron Maiden. We're going to play the Rippers. That'd be amazing. Right? It was like when Cypress Hill, we just saw them at Sick New World, and they like Hits from the Bong. Is that not like everybody's favorite Cypress Hill song? And at least it's mine. They didn't play any of that weed smoking shit. It was like, let's go straight for the fucking, hand on the Glock, forget all that shit. Like all the, insane in the brain. Like let's go straight for the kind of throat kind of thing. It was like bands can definitely do that. I like it.
I really want to keep thinking about like fucking supporting bands now.
Well, I got another one for consideration. I don't think you've seen these guys yet, or I don't think I've ever. I don't think we've ever talked about you listening to them at least. Is Kubla Khan?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
They're a fucking band that I like listening to their music. They're way better live. I think one of those bands that they're way better in a live setting, and they're like so fucking heavy and just breakdowns and all that shit. And their bass players are so like they're just literally playing on a different frequency than other bass players, and but they're just so heavy yet so laid back and smooth. as they're playing this just like brain damagingly heavy music, and you're like, what's going on? Like, you know, and you throw the album on, you're like, this is cool, but it's, yeah, that was, yeah, I submit them for
I'm gonna have to fucking get
examination.
into it and watch them, or listen to some, because you have talked about it, and I think I've looked it up maybe once or twice, but never while I was like just sitting around like letting it sink in, you know. So I have to give it a good sit down and listen. Um, hmm.
Yeah. Or even then, like another good discussion is like best opening bands.
I mean, it's kind of a fucking. I don't know.
Because I've seen a
I
few that are like Frozen Soul out of Texas. They're like, the first time we saw them, they had the crowd. We saw them open up for Amon Amarth, Cannibal Corpse, and Obituary, and these guys go on first, and they got the crowd so worked up. Biggest pit of the night by far. Abigail's never been to a death metal show before, and like she like when she saw the violence of the pit, she's never seen anything like that close, and it scared the shit out of her. She's at that point, I think she was maybe 10, somewhere around there. And she held it together through the set. As soon as they walked off the stage, though, she just like looked at Ashley and just here comes the waterworks, just like buries her face in Ashley's chest and it's like. But yeah, they're if you ever get a chance to see that, and they're a band I can't listen to. I don't listen to their albums. They don't do anything for me.
yeah. Yeah, you know, when you were saying opening bands, all I can think of is like new metal type shit, because like those are the only ones back in the day that ever stood out to me. Was like something from the new metal era. And like actually, I saw Ty put it in. I think Ty put it in chat earlier, but Head PE.
Yeah.
Saw them as a just fucking opening act. American Head Charge. Um, And well, shit, fucking the first time I saw Snot, they were just a fucking opening up for some random ass show. You know, just the opening act. Nobody fucking knew. Yeah, and that nobody I knew who the fuck they were. So yeah, you
They're in
know,
a weird position right now because they can do headlines and they've done a few headline shows, but they only have so much material. They got that one album,
yeah, right.
right? So I wonder, like, the new album's got to be coming out here pretty soon. Where right now our plan is to see them at Sick the World, Texas. I wonder if we'll get to see something new play. That would be amazing. Because I'm stoked. I think seeing them live had more of an emotional impact on me than any other band. I got really choked up and damn near shed a tear watching Alice in Chains do Man in the Box. And he didn't even do, like, he doesn't even sound like Lane so much doing that. It was just like one of those, oh my God, I'm seeing this song live. I never thought I would because Lane's dead, right? How am I going to get this chance? And it was the same kind of thing with watching Snot. You're like, okay, this dude passed his muster. He fucking sounds like Lynn, moves like videos, footage I've seen of Lynn moving, right? It sounds and looks fucking amazing. I'm fucking good. Like, I can be all in on this now. All these songs that, because I didn't get into Snot until I think Lynn might have already been dead. Like, I think I might have got into them right after he passed away. And because I remember, like, I'd heard the song Stupid, heard one of the song Absent, and it was like, okay, this is a cool band. Didn't know much about them because this is like pre-friggin' internet download days, Kazaa, LimeWire, all that shit. And then
Right.
I remember I had an ex-girlfriend who had the Seven Dust album Home, and they had a picture of him and Dobbs on it, and like, this is dedicated to Lynn and Dobbs. They're like, whoa, well, Seven Dust is awesome. Who's Lynn Straight? And so, you know, I Googled it or however you went about that shit 25 years ago. And it was, oh, it's the guy from Snot. Oh. And then that was right around the time that all the internet Dukazas, the LimeWires, the whatever Metallica got pissed off about, that one was called. And it was like they were one of the first bands that I went and downloaded. It's like where you sit there on your slow ass dial up internet and it takes you a fucking week to download an entire album if you're lucky.
And then it's not even the right album.
Yeah.
Dude, or you get like shit with fucking advertisements in the middle of it and shit. Like, did you ever get any of those?
Yeah, that's why. Well, I learned that I'd only download song by song after that, so that way, and you get burnt plenty of times by that. But like I found too many times if you try and download just the full album in one shot, it was like, no, there's going to be weird shit in there, or it wasn't even close to what it tells you the album that you're downloading.
Dude,
Yeah.
LimeWire is like how I found like Chimera and Hatebreed and shit. Like some of those styles of bands, like that's where I found them, was on fucking LimeWire. So which is weird because like I should have been more exposed to them. You know, they were pretty fucking big bands, but yeah, we found a lot of shit like Snot and things like that. You know, a lot of the new metal when it was first coming out. You know, when Static X was first tour, and then they weren't really a whole lot known yet. Shit like Head fucking PE, American Head Charge. You know, like those types of bands that kind of made a real light impact on like the new metal fucking scene coming up. And we found them real easy, but like the main shit, no, all of that eluded me. You know, couldn't just fucking find it on the record store apparently for me.
Yeah, most of all that shit I found through back when you had like satellite TV or whatever. You had those music channels that would be dedicated to every kind of music on earth. And for a few years, they had a specific heavy metal channel. And that's where I discovered a lot of that shit. That's where I found Mushroom Head, like lots of really cool shit.
Dude, the fucking the satellite radio, for fucking whatever reason, man, I would fucking hear something really banging when I was listening to that shit. And I'd be like, all right, I got to look that up as soon as I get somewhere to stop. And then I would never be able to fucking find that music. Like, I would try to search out, like, fucking trying to sing to my phone. Like, yeah, if I didn't get the exact fucking band and name or, like, but, man, I don't remember which one it was. Octane, maybe. Had a DJ like to play a lot of underground shit back in the day. And I somehow or another could never find any of it afterwards. It was like the most annoying thing in the world because I'd never hear this fucker ever play it again. And it's just like
them assholes at fucking Sirius XM to bring back Maxim Radio or something.
I loved Maxim Radio. Maxim Radio was so good.
You know, like just something where it's dudes talking about dude stuff, but not dumb shit like Howard Stern. You know, like don't get me wrong, Howard had his time. He's done a lot of funny shit, but it's like, okay, boomer, shut up and go away.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing you got to give Howard Stern of anything is that man knew how to make a motherfucker talk. He did some amazing fucking interviews and got some shit out of people that even they didn't expect to fucking be talking about. He had that about him, and that was amazing. When it came to his shock jock comedy and shit, it wasn't even good. Like, there was so many shock, and when you talk about Maxim, they had a morning DJ fucking kind of show, kind of like a Howard Stern. I can't remember who the fuck it was. Bubba the Love Sponge. I believe he was on Maxim when I first heard him, and then he moved over to a different channel. I think
I
is
always
how that.
thought he was on Stearns. I never heard about Maxim, but there was a while there where I didn't have a long while where I didn't have satellite radio, to the point of when I did get it again, there was no more Maxim radio
Yeah.
on Sirius, which is. But when I was listening to that, like Bauer, Cavino, and Rich, there's
I had this
one other
like
guy.
love hate with Cavino and Rich's show. Like, I don't know, man. Some days I vibed with it, and some days I was like, man, these motherfuckers are a bunch of posers.
Well, yeah. They're always a big push to be the cool guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which makes me kind of laugh times.
But yeah, when I think about it, you know, when it comes to the shock jockey and comedic fucking style of radio, you know, some other people just did it in a fucking way funnier manner, you know, than his overly fucking and that was his shtick though, right? It was supposed to be stupid over the top like that, you know. More Howard the Duck. I fucking love Howard the Duck. Stop looking at chat. Don't fucking squirrel in fucking chat. Too late. I'm just fucking thinking about how I want to. Oh, and fucking, I think you're absolutely right, dude. I think they need to remake fucking Mars Attacks. I think that is fucking due. I think they can do it some serious justice, and it can be fucking funny as hell. But it can't be a complete AI shit show like they're gonna fucking turn it into.
Yeah, they probably would go way overboard. But I just, like, you guys know me, I don't fuck TV does not and movies do not hold my attention well. So, but almost every night, and I'll do it again tonight, probably in about an hour and a half after, half hour after we've wrapped up here for the night, I'll, lay into bed or whatever, and I'll look for something to watch, smoke a joint with the old lady or whatever, and flip, and there's nothing that interests me. I mean, it makes me feel bad because I would like to be able to watch something of interest with my old lady. But the reality is, if it doesn't hold my interest, I won't pay attention to it at all. I'll just go find something to do that does interest me. But you start thinking of movies, okay, well, all this shit looks like it sucks. What would be interesting? Like Mars Attacks. I'd like to see, because I'm kind of looking for Mars Attacks. I'd like to watch that again, maybe. And I'm like, why haven't they remade that? They've remade like so many dumb movies that don't deserve to be remade. They made a lot that do deserve to be remade, and they even succeeded in some of those remakes.
What do you think about like some fucking super shitty like fucking C movies from the '80s, like horror, like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and shit? Do you think shit like that needs?
When you said C movies, that's the first movie that came to mind. Like, if you said something else, that was going to be immediately what came out of my mouth. So yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, because
do you think there's a place to remake a movie like that? Do you think there's any ground for that movie to be fucking what it is?
I think you would have to have the right person do it. Like,
oh yeah, fucking 100%.
Because it would have to be cheesy still, but it would have to be scary at the same time, Like, you give you a couple scenes in there that at least give you a bit of a heart start and maybe a jump back a little bit, But
cheers, scum. Right? But dude, some of them old fucking like just completely fucking cheesy movies like Kick, and fucking
like cheesy as hell, but make it so it's half-ass believable,
fucking let's remake Arachnophobia.
Yes.
Fucking make it like they can make that fucking completely terrifying, or they can fucking cheese it up again.
Dude, you have people that'll watch that movie if they redid that properly, and they won't sleep that night. They will fucking see a spider on their wall, and they will lose their fucking shit. You know how I know? Because that's what that movie did to me. The original did all on its own. I was only a little bit afraid of spiders before then, and that movie made me scared shitless of spiders. And it took me about 20 years to lose that scared shitlessness of spiders to where now I'm just like, if you live in my grow tent and you kill bugs and stay the fuck over there, you can live. If you come out of that grow tent, you're fucking dead. If I find you anywhere in my house, you're fucking dead. That is the peace accord that I am willing to offer. I was talking about the bugs, not you. I was like, oh my god, he's starting me.
Oh man, no, dude, because fucking like arachnophobia, like you could totally see how like that shit could have like legit happened and got out of hand like that, like
Dude,
100%. Like
spiders are creepy. They're one of those things, kind of like snakes, where they ignite like a primal. Like not all everybody's afraid of them, but most people have a little bit of at least of that, a little bit of a fear of them, even if you're not terrified. But there's a lot of people that are fucking terrified. You know, like that's
right?
like you think of how many movies where it's like, well, let's say Friday 13th. I fucking love those movies. Those are my favorite movies growing up. What are the odds of that actually happening? But spiders, like it seems like maybe it could. So yeah. Can we please remake Arachnophobia? But like, do we need Rob Zombie to do that? Like,
Maybe that motherfucker knows how to make a remake. I'll tell you that.
Because I almost think I would when we were just talking about Killing Tomatoes, I was going to nominate him.
Okay, because talking about him and you talk about like that realistic fucking movie thing. Was it House of a Thousand Corpses or the predecessor or the one before that one?
House of a Thousand Corpses was the first one.
Okay, what was the one?
Rejects was the next one.
So I think it had to have been the House of a Thousand Corpses, where I'm just sitting there fucking watching that, going like, dude, this could be my fucking neighbor. Like this movie's entire. And maybe it was the Devil's Rejects then, because that was the one that actually it was supposed to happen before the House of a Thousand Corpses, right? Is that how that went?
Don't think so.
Weren't they put out of order?
No, I'm pretty sure the first one, House of a Thousand Corpses, basically House of a Thousand Corpses, you need to be on like acid or something to watch it because it's all fucked up in weird colors and shit like that. Like you need to, like maybe mushrooms to understand what's fully going on in it. Devil's Rejects was more like an actual movie based in the 70s where it's, you know, it feels like you're watching a good old fashioned 70s.
That's where they fucking like got the motherfuckers in the hotel and shit.
Yeah,
that one. All right.
In the middle of this,
Yes. All right. So that one, like watching that one, like I was legit like, dude, I kind of know people like this. Like this one hits entirely too close to fucking reality for fucking people that I know. So yeah, like Rob Zombie, dude, that dude can fucking do a movie right.
Dude, his remakes of the Halloween movies and like where I personally I like his versions better than the originals, and I like the originals. I'm not knocking them. They're just more brutal, right? Like everything had to be quite conservative in terms of what you could show and graphic, like the makeup and graphics and shit like that went into production was just like not like it was when Rob Zombie did them, right? And like he like made those movies fucking freaky. And the second one was better than the first one. How often is the second movie better than the first movie? And he did it, but then he also made some really dumb movies. So there's that.
I mean, you can't fucking win them all. No, but he's got a pretty good fucking track record, in my opinion.
I would say. Well, and even like was the Witches movie. That one was really dumb to me. Like, but even like the rest of them are not near. Like, once you set the bar that high, it's hard to fucking keep clearing that bar time and again. So you kind of, and it's same with music, right? It's lots of bands, they get way the fuck up here and then
Well, and Homeboy's got a lot of vision, dude. Like, he's got a
So
lot.
think of him with Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, I think it'd be fucking great. Somebody needs to hashtag fucking Rob Zombie this shit and get him on it.
Or Seth Rogen.
Another possibility, the threat.
Seth Rogen could totally do some Killer Tomatoes, because that's the other thing. You could just turn it into just a ridiculous fucking comedy. That's
maybe. Another good one would be like the fucking Blob, dude.
Yeah.
Like, well, either of those two movies, fucking somebody needs to fucking get working on a remake for. Either of them can be a perfect fucking contender for a remake.
Yeah, that'd be a great one. Remember, like, they tried to remake Pet Sematary. That was another movie that scared the living shit out of me as a kid. And the remake was not that bad at all, actually, but it's
the remake was actually pretty good. It just was not nearly as fucking terrifying as the first one.
Well, but you think when the first one came out, how fucking young we were, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we were that age where that shit's leaving an imprint on you, right? It's not like we were in our adult years. Like, man, I was probably like 7 or something like that when I saw it.
Bro, I lived in the middle of fucking cornfields when Children of the Corn came out, and like I fucking watched it at a friend's house and had to walk a fucking field's worth home, dude. I was absolutely shitting myself. Like, Children of the Corn, absolute lasting effect on my ass. And if some little motherfucker named Malachi comes around, I'm just stabbing him. He's dead. He's done. I'm not fucking. It's that deep-seated around here.
That's the first time I've seen that movie. I didn't even see it. My parents, like, I was young, like probably in the 5 to 7 range, and I come out of my bedroom or whatever, and they were watching that movie, and it was one of the scenes where they've got fucking the creepy Malachi kids and like all of them standing there, and I didn't know what was happening on TV. Like, I just come out and I see this horrifying, creepy fucking shit, and I got the fuck out of there. I didn't even know what it was. I just like, I'm the fuck out. And it was like years later, like, I don't think it was a lot of years, but like a year or two or whatever, I started kind of, okay, maybe Children of the Corn, that makes sense. Cornfields, yeah, creepy kids, okay, all that. And
it's such a good movie, dude.
It makes your fucking skin crawl for sure. Another one that the remake wasn't as good. So, like, it just.
I never even bothered for the fucking remake. I actually didn't think they did a bad job on like Children of the Corn 2. Like, to make a second one, I was like, oh, okay, like, but it wasn't bad. But the first one was such a good story, like, you had to continue on with a pretty fucking phenomenal. They just kind of continued on where.
I actually. Tom, the funny thing is, though, when we were driving to booth camp, where the fuck do you think? What movie do you think was in my head? I ain't ever been to this place. This is like southern fucking USA, as far as I am concerned. Like, I've driven about 3,500 kilometers south. And
well, when you make the turn by the murder,
winding roads with dead possums and raccoons every 30 feet on the fucking road. Where the hell are we going? No cell service. Wait, what? There's not even cell service, so I can ask for help when the squeal like a pig starts to fucking happen, when EMF has to fucking get out for a pee. I'm not getting out. The doors are locked. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah,
Bro,
no,
when
but
you make
seriously,
the turn by the murder house, it fucking sets in. Like, yeah, the hills have eyes, man.
I wasn't going to go down that road until you must suggested it. I didn't know what to do. I was honestly stumped. I probably would not have gone down that road because I just hit Putinani Run. Like, I didn't actually put the address for some stupid reason. And so it gets us to the road. And he was like, oh, here's the road right here. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but Google Maps, and there's no cell service, and I'm scared. And there's a house right there, and you might get shot. So, because all fucking down in that area, I just assume everyone has fucking guns, and you're just looking for an excuse to fucking use them on some fucking white boy that can squeal like a fucking pig. Because I've seen movies and that shit happens apparently.
Soft features and whatnot.
Yes. Yeah, I know that was creepy as shit because we were coming through in the dark. Wouldn't have been nearly as bad in the light, but you're like,
I know it's that fucking house, that house, that corner, that little area in that road. Like to turn, it still looks that creepy in the fucking daytime. You're like, I don't know, man. Right, I didn't name it the murder house for nothing. It looks like it should be set up. It looks like it has been set up for a fucking scene in a goddamn horror movie.
Dude, when we work out in Horsefly, my boss used to send us up at a fucking Airbnb type place. It looks like the Blair Witch house. You know, I didn't even fucking want to go in there. You go upstairs, there's all these flies that appear to be dead on the windowsill, and they come alive as the place heats up. You're like, oh, gross. That's actually, I heard that the Blair Witch is being remade and it's coming out, I think, later this year.
I didn't have any. I was so mad that I wasted any amount of fucking breath and effort watching that goddamn movie. I do not think they can get me back for a second time.
They will. You know they
will. No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
Begrudging of it. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, that was like the 9th best movie of all time.
Well, so I'll be like, these motherfuckers did it again. Fuck.
All right, because you're going to want to be proven right, is what it is. Good idea. I like it.
I heard the source.
You're going to be like, this movie's going to suck. I fucking know it. It'll be like when you're at home. It'll come on like Amazon, and you're going to pay like, I think it's like $8 for us to rent it. Which that's another thing that pisses me off. All these subscription services, streaming services, all cost a lot of fucking money to sign up for them, and then they all seem to be able to rent movies and shit like that, which is fine. I think it's great. I like convenience. I miss the old movie stores that we used to go and pick our VHS or DVDs out, but I like the fact that I can just rent it for convenience. But the movies are almost twice as much as they were to go rent from Blockbuster. And all you're doing is fucking basically hitting a fucking button. And, you know, I feel like it's dumb. I would rent a lot more movies if instead of like $5 or $6 for an old movie from the 80s for me to rent, if you could just maybe charge me like $1 a movie or something like that, maybe even $2. But since y'all are making it like expensive as shit for old movies that I've usually already seen, I find it hard to justify renting at that prices.
So here's a big interesting thing that's kind of like happening in the video game section, and I feel like movie people should kind of pay attention to, because I'm a fucking fan of having a hard copy of shit, right? You buy a video game, you should have a fucking copy of that goddamn video game. That's just how I buy a movie. I should have a copy of that movie. When Blu-ray was first coming out and shit, like you got Blu-ray and a digital download, and I no longer have my digital downloads of those, even though it's technically rolled into the fucking price of that movie that I bought, because that's why it was $32 fucking to buy that disc, because
as opposed to 25 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but now my digital downloads are gone. I don't own those. I still have my Blu-ray because, right, I bought that shit. Well, I also bought that fucking digital download. So where is it, right? And that's the thing with video games. You don't buy your video game anymore. You just rent it digitally till they decide, hey, you don't need to fucking have it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's so yeah, that's a fucking bit of a pisser when you think about the digital shit. Now, what I do like is I was just thinking the other day, and it just made me think that I fucking totally forgot that we were gonna go see He-Man in fucking theaters. Well, like it was in theaters for 2 weeks, and then I could rent it on my fucking TV already, right? Um,
Is it
yeah,
out again? Is it out now? Because I looked and I couldn't find it. Like that was this last week, maybe the weekend before. Because
oh, I I fucking was talking out my ass for a second. I haven't actually looked if He-Man is out yet. It was the Mortal Kombat one was fucking 2 weeks. I think it was in theaters and then it was on digital. So I should have fucking said that one because I literally looked at that one. I was like, oh, I could watch a new Mortal Kombat now.
because the Masters of the Universe is one that I'll definitely rent that one, and I'm actually gonna marathon watch that one. So for me to sit there and watch two movies, that's probably gonna take like 2 or 3 nights to do. I might need a break in between. Um, but I feel like I got to watch the two movies kind of together to warm myself up for the remake. I'm excited for those. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm the worst fucking person to talk about movies and shit with. Like my foreman, he'll talk about what was it? I think it was The Big Bang Theory. I've just said that for whatever reason. I know it is massively popular. I just there's nothing about that show that appeals to me. And he was talking about a couple episodes a few weeks back, and I'm just like, man, like I'm sorry, I got no clue what you're talking about. And it was just like, like I feel, I don't know, man. And you know what? I used to think it was weird when I was a kid, and I would talk to people that don't have television. Like I was like maybe two people at the time that I knew when I was a kid, and then I don't know, man. I'm horrible, but I have been watching Alone. I don't know if y'all have been watching this season of Alone. It's where then they'll send people off into the wilderness and they get to survive. Last person wins. Actual survival, not Survivor, where here you're put on a tropical island, all your food's there, go find it, but they don't. I don't get me wrong. I'll watch some Survivor too with the misses every once in a while, but Alone is it's a pretty badass show. They're up in northern, like near the Arctic, northern Canada somewhere, and a buddy of mine from high school is on this season, which is really fucking cool. Getting to see him like participate and compete in that. I just like a guy where he was my buddy's younger brother. The first time I ever heard Pantera's vulgar display of power was at their house. And like after high school ends, you go your way, they go theirs, as we often do. And I haven't heard a fucking thing from him or about him in probably 25 years. And all of a sudden, his brother's posting up on Facebook a clip of his brother for one of his things for being on I think it's the History Channel or History or Discovery Channel on Amazon Prime, anyways. And he's just like, I was like, man, that's the coolest shit. That's
So like, it's not a show I'm into, so I haven't fucking watched. But how is your boy doing on that show?
well, he's still there. There's other people that have been eliminated for dumb shit, and he's not one of them. So
He's still there.
Yeah, it makes me.
So he's doing all right.
You got like the one guy that it's fucking funny because they're like just. Do you know what ferro rod is? Like kind of metal shit used for starting fires, scraped together and start a fire type shit. Okay, well this guy had his and he's used the bright fucking pink fucking cord to fucking like tie shit. I guess he's real bad for losing it. And as he's filming his own self, as he's lighting the fire, he gets his fire going, and you can see his bright pink fucking lanyard that he's made for himself sitting on the ground right beside the fire. And then the next clip is him fucking freaking out and losing his shit because he can't find his fucking ferro rod. And I'm like, oh, is that what that pink fucking lanyard on the ground was? And sure enough, he burnt it up in the fire. Right? If it's something that's like conductive enough to you can use it to light fire, odds are, yeah, you let it sit on the ground right beside the fire, it might ignite. And as the fire builds out afterwards, and yep, that's exactly what the fuck happened. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna win. My boy didn't do that. Imagine being that person.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
they drop you off by like either a boat or a helicopter in the middle of like fucking nowhere, like fucking nowhere. You got like a lake or a stream as a water source, and there's the bush. Go have fun. And like I remember one year watching it, and you had some dude, and he's like talking about how big and bad he was. And I think he was even talking about like going toe to toe with bears and grizzly bears and shit. Actually, he's a real bad motherfucker. And like he gets off the boat, they drop him off on shore, and he sees like evidence of bears and shit like that, and like instantly turns into a quivering bitch. And I don't even think he made it through the first night before he was radioing them, oh, you gotta come get me. And it's like, imagine that after all the bluster and all the talk, I'm going to take those bears and whoop their asses and blah, 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 blah. And at the first sign of one, you just like turn into. Don't get me wrong, bears can be scary as shit. Grizzly bears terrify me. Black bears concern me a little. You know, they'll generally go the other fucking way. Grizzly bears, they don't have any reason to be afraid of me at all. They'll make me their bitch.
Fucking like a fucking teenage grizzly bear is about as big as your ass, isn't it? Like fucking maybe a baby.
Yeah, like I'm not even very big. I'm only 150 pounds. That's probably.
Like,
Man, I would think that a grizzly bear is probably bigger than that at like 4 or 5 months. Probably.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, like even a fucking baby grizzly look at you like fucking that you need to shut your shit up, little man.
Oh, dude, you know what I saw today? I saw 3 weasels today. Like
Weasel.
I've seen weasels. I'm guessing they're weasels, maybe martens or something like in that family. But I've seen weasels or other things in that family maybe 3 or 4 times in my entire life. And we're coming up to the spot, the road we're going down. Do you see rabbits? I bet you I see minimum 50 rabbits a day. Like they're all over the place. And you see these things up there, and they look lower to the ground than rabbits are because you kind of get to notice the hump of the back in the rabbits after seeing so many of them every day. And what is that? Like, oh, is there more than one of them? Well, maybe they're like chipmunks or squirrels or something. No, they were like fucking weasels. They sit there and look at us for a second as we stop beside them. And then they fucked off into the bush. I was like, wow, that was so cool. And then also, as we were doing a site, and my foreman's up cutting treetops down, dropping them down, and I'm dragging them back into the bush so I can mulch them up with my chainsaw and kind of hide them. And as I'm pulling, I look down beside me, and like maybe 2 feet away from me, I don't even think that far, there's a bird's nest with 4 baby birds all with their mouths up. Like, feed me. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, right? Because, like, first of all, you feel bad, like they're babies. You don't want to fuck with babies and stuff like that. But it's also illegal. You're not allowed to. And in our line of work, we watch out for a bird's nest and try and give it. But it happens. You're in thick fucking brush, like that you could barely get through. And you know, more often than not, there is not a nest there. But every once in a while there is. So you're like, oh my god, and then try to give these things as wide berth as I could, but you feel bad because you fucked with the babies, you know. I left them alone at that. I wanted to go back with my phone and take a picture or video, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna, you know, mom's probably around, fucking all freaked out. So just...
it was a couple years ago now. We were taking care of some ornamental grasses around our house, right? Fucking just big, out of control time, and it was just season where we take them down anyway, right? And actually, that was the beginning of the season, so it was enough that like it. We were trying to get it back under control. Anyway, we were taking a hedge trimmer to it, and fucking my wife must have went like about 2 inches above a fucking bird's nest. And just, like as it's going, you just chopped it all down, got it all off, and like she just jumped, like scared the shit out of her. I was like, what? She's like, oh my God, there's birds right there. I was like, oh, dude, that would have sucked if she would have just went down like fucking 2 inches lower and she would have just lopped all their fucking heads off. Just would have never seen shit but a fucking spurt of fucking juice. And it happens.
It's that easy, man. Or another one is you'll get, a lot of time it'll be like flying squirrels and stuff like that. They'll burrow in dead, decaying trees that have big cavities in them. Makes sense. Seems like a good place, but we got to come through and take those trees down before they take the power lines out every once in a while. And so there's been times where usually the parents will get the fuck out as soon as we start getting near the tree. But just earlier this year, there's a point where we're taking it down, and we're taking down probably 8-foot chunks that go ka-donk and shake the ground a bit because it's a fair-sized cottonwood that we just took down. And as I'm walking by, I noticed like a cavity, and it looks like something moves in it. And it was a baby squirrel in there that kind of looked like it was doing the death throes sort of thing. It's like, oh, I feel bad, right? Like, it's never intentional, like, but at the same time, it's, sorry, the tree's got to go. It's going to take the fucking power lines out. And but you get times where they'll come flying out at you and stuff like that too. We had one, my foreman was, he had one fly out and actually go inside of his shirt and do a couple laps inside his shirt and then come out the front.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Did you see it happen? Or
no, I didn't even work here then. It's just one of those famous stories that I've heard way too many fucking times, honestly, at this point. But so it's like, yeah, and I've also heard from other people that were there when it's so.
Like, I want to see what the fucking reaction of that incident actually happening looks like in real life. We've all seen some shit like that happen on fucking TV and stuff. But I want to see what that reaction looks like in real life, because it's got to be fucking hilarious.
Shocking laughter sounded like, what the fuck is going on? And it sounds like it happened so quick, right? Like, just he was working the tree thing, jumps down his shirt. He's like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's out. And then you kind of happened so quick that you're like, did that just fucking happen?
Yeah, like, so in the Midwest, down fucking my way, we have small lizards like skinks and shit like that. Not anything, but it's not normal, north where I grew up and shit in Illinois. So kind of cool to me. But I've always ever seen just little guys and shit. But when we cut down my big ass fucking maple tree and obviously dehomed a few fucking random animals, I finally seen a fucking lizard. I mean, this goddamn big around and like this fucking, 6-8 inches long. I was like, holy shit, this motherfucker been eating in that tree. Like he been living the good life. So
now he's like, fuck.
But
if I can never find a place that was as good as here.
Right?
Yeah, I remember working in a place called New Denver. Fucking, this was like 2019. And working on the side of the road, just like, it's kind of like a deserty hillside with like shale or whatever. and you're like kind of tripping on it a bit, and I started to see a tail of something like near my a snake kind of jumped out back a bit, and you kind of look at oh no, it was like little lizards. I've been told they're called alligator lizards. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but like I mentioned them to the lady that was running the flagging crew for us out there, and she's like, "Oh, a salamander? Like, no, fucking salamanders live in wet fucking areas. First of all, like I know what a salamander looks like, and
Fucking salad. Fuck off with your salamander.
like
What the fuck?
on a rocky, sunny ass fucking bank, right? Like that thing would have shriveled up and died."
I wasn't real great with like fucking snake identification, and when I first started working at one of the powerhouses down here, one of the water ponds where they do some probably questionable shit, but I think it's just actually like separating out the gypsum. I think it's a gypsum pond is what it is, but big fucking big rocky banks, right? Where it's just nothing but rock and dirt. And when we would drive by there, you just see snakes fucking everywhere. Like fucking and
That's
first
creepy
time
shit.
being down here, didn't fucking think anything of it. Like fucking I was thinking maybe like garter snakes, black snakes, you know, fucking some fucking maybe rat snakes, shit like that. They're like, oh no, every one of these motherfuckers are cottonmouth. I'm like, oh, what? Like the deadly shit? And they're like, yeah, the deadly shit. Like, you don't go walking around in the fucking gypsum pond, man, because you might fucking be struggling to fucking come back out of that bitch. Like, there was a
That's
lot. Yeah. And then
I
one of my last runs out there, I had to fucking replace the goddamn main pump out in fucking gypsum pond. I was like, oh fuck no. I was like, we gonna have music out here all the time. I was like, you gonna be fucking walking circles around this bitch? I was like, I better not see a fucking snake one anywhere near us.
I think we need like one of those like hand-driven cement compactors where it's like a sledge and it just fucking vibrates. Fucking like we need one
Yeah,
of those.
just fucking have one of them parked right over right next to us.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Maybe a little bit of napalm.
Yeah, fucking
that's
right.
I like, man, like, cause I've had this thought. We do a lot of like actually where I'm at right now. Thick brush. This is how I hurt my back last week. Is you're walking through brush that is so thick, it's up to your nipples. You can't see where your feet are going. You think the ground is at about a level, and you're walking slow because you're in the bush, and this is what you do. You got to be cautious. But sometimes the ground just fucking disappears, and it's 8 inches or a foot lower than the previous step was, and it's all that. But like, that's how I hurt myself. But when you're walking through shit like that, like up here in our area, we don't have anything that's gonna scary that's gonna get on you. But if I had to go 2 hours south, they got rattlesnakes. And shit like that would be freaky as fuck. Like, or go down to like where you guys live. Like, what about like the Louisiana bayous? Shit like that. Imagine slashing in a fucking ditch where how many different kinds of scary snakes and spiders and alligators are down there.
Right? Oh, I've definitely thought about it on fucking travels to different states and things. I didn't do a whole lot down south, but I mean, even here, when you would work in some of like the grain processing facilities and shit like that, like I was welding on this one fucking pipe, and a fucking rat the size of my cat came up and just kind of looked at me like questioning whether it ought to or not. And I was wondering whether I needed to be fucking scared or not. You know, but I mean, those are some fed motherfuckers on growth hormones and shit. Because that's what, they process food and growth hormones there. And so fucking yeah, that's what the rats look like. Fucking huge. Uh, there was one time we went and we were getting ready to set up an area, same goddamn facility. It go fucking figure. But we were going to set up a job, and the guys told me to fucking come down because they had a question. It was something was very questionable. I get down there and I was like, "What's the fucking problem?" Like that, I'm looking at like what was, and the guys are just like pointing at the wall that's like 10 foot back that way. I was like, "What? That has nothing to do with what we're doing right now." And they're like, "But doesn't it look funny?" And so I fucking stopped, and I'm like, "What?" And then I noticed the walls kind of fucking rippling. And so I go over there to fucking look, dude, and it is just like a fucking 10 by 10 patch of brown recluses.
No, fuck that.
And there was that many on the fucking wall that you couldn't, it looked like a black fucking shimmer just moving on the wall.
See, dude, yeah. And that's why a fucking remake of Arachnophobia needs to be made, because that right there you mentioned just sends a shiver down my fucking spine.
You couldn't have got me out of that fucking area faster. I shut that shit down so fucking fast. I was like, oh, no. We will not be going back in that area anytime fucking soon, man.
That's where you get the apprentice in there. Fuck, you're going to earn your stripes today, bub. Holy
That's
shit.
What them motherfuckers try to do. They're like, we'll give you a bunch of fucking bug spray and some fucking Tyvek suits. I was like, no, you fucking won't. Absolutely goddamn not. I'm a fucking welder and a fitter, not a bug guy. You get a fucking bug guy in here to do this shit.
Man, that's horrifying. Like, yeah, can we please remake Arachnophobia? Like, do it good. I think that's like.
I don't think there's any way they could do it bad as long as they just don't make it too fucking cheesy. If they just make it a fuck ton of spiders and like spiders taking over like the first movie was, good enough.
Yeah.
Do it in a different setting. Don't change a goddamn thing. It's still going to be a terrifying movie.
Don't fucking do it on a plane, please.
Oh,
I don't
fuck
want
you.
to see spiders on a plane.
I mean, I want to see it in an edited version because that is one of the... Dude, edited for TV, Snakes on a Plane is maybe one of the funniest watches you'll ever see in your life.
I've heard you say this before a few times, and I'm like, I am 100% willing to take your word for it on this one.
They try to come up with so many fucking ways to get around him saying fuck so many times.
I can imagine.
I mean, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah. Dude, it's the fucking basement scene that gets me when he finally gets to the fucking mama's nest and fucking everything goes to shit. And that's the scene that fucking gets. Oh, and the popcorn. Oh, the fucking popcorn scene. Fuck arachnophobia.
The part where the guy fucking gets bit in his tent or whatever, and then they box him up in the wooden coffin, but the spider slips in, and they reopen it, and the spider basically turned him into home.
Yeah.
But there's so many of them, like where the chick's in the shower, and then like it comes off, pops on her, and down her chest and shit.
So, dude, I was in a fucking nuclear facility, and we got in a fucking valve shipment. We opened the fucking valve shipment up, and we basically had that situation. We had dead monkeys in there that were fucking full of spider webs. And fucking... So basically the whole facility got shut down for like a week and a half to get this whole thing figured out. What the hell they just shipped into the United States well, along with these fucking valves that just went to a fucking nuclear facility. So,
Dude, did they like quarantine you for Ebola or anything?
we got checked and shit for a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we went through like a full fucking medical. All the guys who touched and dealt with the fucking the opening of the valves and things had to go through a full medical exam and all kinds of shit.
Huh.
Oh
This,
yeah, it was fucking dude. It sucked, but but we also got paid for the whole fucking time that we didn't have to be there. So,
well, I
uh,
would hope so. You just start doing your job, all of a sudden you're exposed to fucking the Ebola virus and the virus from the Outbreak movie. Remember that shit with Dustin Hoffman? Maybe I could watch that movie. Wonder if I could. I just need something I could sit through and chill and be like, yeah, I'm content with this. Because otherwise, I'll go find something to do and not pay any attention to it.
I don't know. I can get into anything as long as I find the right genre. Fucking things like I'll sit down and be like, I want to watch the Underworld movie, and I can fucking just pick one or two of those and be perfectly content sitting down and fucking hanging out with that. But I definitely have to pick like kind of themed out, man.
I like. Yeah, no, I was gonna try and say I could watch, and then I got nothing.
I could watch like The Color of Money and The fucking Hustler, fucking pretty much any time. I love that I love those movies.
What I should do, what I actually do like to do every few years is go on a run of all like the fucking hood rat gangster movies, like The Boys in the Hood, The American Me, Menace to Society.
I haven't watched those in a long time, dude. That's been a
Colors.
long time.
Yeah, maybe it's time to do a run of something like that. Because those are
But
usually movies I can sit for long enough.
that's bullshit, Ty. That was a fucking Thursday, not a Tuesday. We watched fucking Sex in the City on Thursday. Fuck off. I can't even lie, man. That fucking show kind of got me for a little a little while, man. My wife was watching. I catch myself watching it. Next thing you know, I'm sitting down watching it. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey, we watched fucking Sex in the City this week or what? It fucking got me for
Okay,
a little while.
dude, I was like right cutting you the slack until you mentioned that you're the one that starts bringing it up, looking forward to it. Now, like, fuck, man, that's like. But you know what, like, because I'll sit here and watch Survivor with the old lady. That's one of the few shows that I could actually sit there and watch and get semi-interested in. And if we actually get into watching, like, because that's actually a weird one. That was like years ago, like probably actually it was 10 years ago. It was right after I first started smoking weed again, actually, after like a 14-year hiatus, and I was on employment insurance for the summer because that's when I was doing the fighting wildfires, and fire season was done before we even got to June because we had so much rain that year. So I just was sitting around the fucking house doing nothing. Probably contributed with why I took up smoking dope again. Nothing to do. But then, like, all of a sudden, I'm getting high as shit all day long with nothing to watch. So I started, like, just downloading fucking random seasons of Survivor and watching those. And it was, I can still fucking watch that shit. So, like, it's like, yeah, there's no shame in watching the lame stuff that the old lady likes. Um, it's nice. I know, like, my old lady genuinely appreciates it when there's something that we can both sit there and watch that we both enjoy. Because, like, I'll be up here watching baseball shit and she'll, like, have nothing to do with it. Like, she's been downstairs watching The Walking Dead for the last week or two. Like, so it's.
Yeah, and I really need to get back into that one. I fucking I read a good amount of the graphic novel, the graphic comics and things like that. And I made it to like the fucking prison in The Walking Dead when they got to the prison and when they were getting out, and where shit was starting to get really good again in that show from people who watched its perspective. So
Yeah.
I need to fucking continue on, I think.
Well, there's a point where, like, I don't know. I want to say season 10, but I could be way off as well. Like, wherever they had the people that would, like, cut the zombie faces off and wear them, and they would, like, whisper to each other and shit like that. Whenever those people came into it, like, it was, I think I watched them for, like, that season or part of that season. And so I'm pretty sure it went on for at least 3-4 seasons after that. I know, like, so I could probably actually jump in on some of that again and hold interest on it. Because at that point, it was just starting to get good again.
Well,
Like,
they started
show
doing
that with waves, right? It would get good, then it would get lame, then get good, and get lame.
Yeah, and I had a rough time because I knew about it as what it was, and then I watched the show, and they definitely took a lot of fucking liberties with the show. You know, like there were motherfuckers who went like 6 seasons that were dead in like the first fucking chapter of the goddamn novel. And so, you know, with all of the liberties they took, you know, it was kind of fun seeing how they changed it, you know, and like, so parts of that was fun, but it ebbed and flowed so hard for me that seasons that were hard to watch were fucking hard. And so when it got to some of it, I was like, you know what, I think I'm done with it for a while. And then I tried to go back and I thought I was watching The Walking Dead, but it was like some weird offshoot shit that they did. And I guess they've done 2 or 3 offshoots, and I did not jive with the offshoot stuff. It was not great. So not in my book anyway. So I never went back to continue actually finish watching The Walking Dead. So I should.
Yeah, it's that maybe is a good idea. And then my old lady will be like, "Oh, now you want to watch it after I've already watched it?" That'll be the argument there. Like, well, I tried.
That's one like I don't know if my wife ever completely watched or watched all of like Breaking Bad. So I was like, we should go back and watch it. Like, I'll watch it again. It doesn't bother me one bit. I thought it was great. I don't mind rewatching shit. You know what I mean? If it's a good show, it has rewatch value. But apparently sometimes if she's like already knows I've seen it, and she's doesn't know the character right now, and they're like doing the build up, she'll fucking ask me about it, and I'll just start fucking blabbing instead of being like, well, that's what they're fucking getting to. Like, that's what we're watching is them doing it. Like, yes, you're where you're supposed to be, not knowing anybody. But she'll be like, she'll ask an innocent question, and I'll fucking ruin it. So, you know, so not on purpose. It's just like, oh yeah, fucking, I remember it. So you wanted to know, shit, but I can't. So I gotta like watch it, but not fucking say a word about it. Just look at her and be like, well, keep watching. And then she gets mad at me because like it sounds rude as shit. Because I'm like, just fucking keep watching the show. You'll find out all the answers.
Yeah.
So one day we'll get that figured out where we can rewatch something that I've watched that she hasn't. So it's not
when
annoying.
it's something that you've never, both of you have never seen before. You're both aware you've both never seen it before. They start asking you questions. It's like,
oh, that
at this point,
good.
I know just as much as you right now.
I was like, I can make some wild ass fucking guesses right now, but you know the same shit I know.
You might actually know more because I'm high as shit. I'm trying to just on my phone. Like, yeah, I like the sound of that as well. There.
Yep. Ty, we already noted. Well, I already noticed the fucking time.
This banger is so old and just gross because we haven't gotten a replacement banger yet. Hopefully, like Thursday. And but like you gotta heat it up so much, even though you swab it out, it's like pitted now, right? So freaking you get kind of blackness into it. So you just gotta so overheat the shit out of it.
Isn't that what caused the fucking pitting and all that shit in the first place? Is the overheating of it?
Quite possibly, yes. I don't know. We're not experts on that, but we're definitely not willing to say no.
That's one of those that I've always wondered about. And right, too bad fucking Skunk Ape went fucking bed already. But like I don't mind using the dab straws, things like that. I don't dab enough for to buy a banger, to buy a rig, do all the dabby dab stuff. I just don't do enough of it. I got a torch, I got a straw. And it just always seems, and I guess just me being a metal guy, I think about it is, when you heat shit up to red hot, like you're changing the structures of things. Things are gassing off. Like shit happens.
But how do you know if it's hot if it's not glowing red?
And that's the other point. Like, like especially with a dab straw and shit. Like, how do I know if I'm anywhere near an acceptable temperature without it being too hot? And then it gets all gross. And so, yeah, I've always wondered about the for glass, the appropriate heating procedures for shit like that. Like, I personally like the e-nail like thought of it, right? Like you now have the wireless vape thing, right? You could take your head out, set it somewhere where it's not hot shit, put a fucking like 25 mil banger in there, and it'd just be fucking hot and ready for you. You know what I mean? Without ever having to use the torch. And I would think that would really save on glass to do something like
Fuck, I never thought of that. How do I pick it up afterwards?
what? You just fucking pick it up. You pick it up from where you're right above where your joint is. It shouldn't be the heat shouldn't transfer that fucking far.
Yes, it will. That'll hurt my hands. It's gonna be.
Oh, only if you have little bitch hands, you should be fine. People do it all the time.
Not me, because I'm smart and I like to have maybe like diabetic people that have had to pinch their fingers with needles and shit like that.
Give it a fucking try. I did the heat does. How long's the neck on yours?
Well, I'm not going to do it on this one because I'm not going to try something new and potentially awesome on this clapped out yucky ass banger. This is new, potentially groundbreaking work we're going to do. It needs to be tried respectively. But after.
Yes, go get you a new 25. When you go get a new 25 mil banger, drop it in there. And then before Oh, you put it on whatever
Holy
heat.
shit. Holy shit.
You
Yeah,
just
those fit. Wow, those will fit. That's the same size.
yeah. So just see it. Pick up your banger right now. See if it slips in there.
Well, I know it will. My banger is hot. I just tried that.
Oh,
Remember this? Remember this ouch my fingers discussion we just had? Yeah, it was real.
I forgot. Yeah, you got little bitch fingers. I forgot.
Fuck
Fucking
right
wow.
off. It does fit.
Let it sit in there for a minute and see how hot it gets on your poor little findies.
No, because it's gonna drip fucking reclaim shit all over my nice shiny device. I need to wait for a clean one. Because this is something that will be tried. You know what I could do is unscrew it from the mount that it's on and probably hold that up here on there. I think I figured it out.
I mean, you can do that, but why? When you can just leave it on there and just fucking pull the banger out, put it on there and do a dab. And put just like the fucking other thing.
I'm not
Why are you
touching the
making
hot
this
glass.
harder than it has to be?
Quit trying to hurt me. Quit trying to hurt me. I'm not touching the hot fucking glass. I don't want my fingers to get ouchy because it sucks when I burn my hands. I know what that feels like. It's not fun. Also, what I could do is I could mount this thing up higher, and then my fucking old dab rig just sits in there. I don't even have to take the banger off my
Wait. Bam. Right there.
I'm just gonna mount the fucking. We're gonna put it like that. The whole thing's just gonna sit on the e-nail because the e-nail is gonna be mounted up about 1.5 inches higher than it is right now, and I think the measurements are gonna be pretty close.
So you make it. So you're saying make a new mount that lifts it just a touch higher, so that you could set your bong inside of it with the e-nail.
I'm gonna put the PID with the mount. I'm gonna put it on looks like about 4 or 5 DVDs because they just raise it up to the level.
And that just raises it up.
And then it'll raise it up so it can sit here. I can even show this now I'm talking. Okay. So here's my super cool Olympus ball vape. So I'll have this thing sitting up on like 4 or 5 DVDs or something like that to show off my DVD collection to my girlfriend because she doesn't know how many awesome DVDs I have. All right, but you put that in there like that and just let it sit there. And that'll heat up to whatever my desired temperature is, and that is like, go.
So, but you could also just pick your rig up with it on it, and look at that. Hey, you're gonna fucking break something though.
That's gonna break the glass. You guys are trying to make me break my dabber, and I don't like it. Tom, that was a bad idea. I thought we were friends. Fuck. My last dab, or not dab rig, banger. I fucking like 2 dabs and it broke. I was like, fuck, that was a piss off. So this next one has to last at least 1.5 years.
Fuck yeah, Russell, we're putting fucking vape juice in the fog machine. Let's do it. Woo! It's party.
Ooh. That'd be all right.
I mean,
or think of like how Static X does like the bubbles with the smoke in them. Think if that was all like freaking weed smoke or
that'd be even better. That'd be even fucking better.
Just have it hooked up to like a big freaking bowl or fucking like a way too big overgrown.
Use your toaster. Oh, dude, I love that. Use your toaster to heat up your dab straw. Only problem is when that motherfucker leaks all the reclaim right back down inside your toaster, and your old lady's really pissed when the toast tastes like fucking dabs.
Yeah. Oops. Fuck, we gotta make some more olive oil, some infused olive oil here soon. I went to cook dinner last night, the butter chicken, and when I go to brown it, I like to do it up in some infused olive oil. I was like, oh, we're all out. Which would explain why the missus was doing packing the big jar that we use for decarbing. She must have just used it like probably the night previous and was like, oh, I guess we're out. Time to make infused. So, but we haven't gotten to it yet. So, well, but anyways, looking at the time, big dead Kurt, you should bring him to booth camp. We'll figure out how to turn fog machines into weed smoke.
Pretty easy. We just need a whole lot of distillate carts.
Live resin. My lungs are far too sensitive. We gotta go off the scale.
That's just gonna get fucking expensive real fast.
It'll be worth it.
Maybe.
Well, if you're gonna be like that, we'll set it up in my car.
I'm not being like anything. I'm just mentioning the fact.
We'll hotbox my car with this fog machines and the fucking live resin carts that we're gonna empty out in there.
I mean, that way we can make it, dude. That way you can make it effective. Like, okay, so grab the fog machine, do that, and then you could like fog out like a 2x4 tent. Somebody brings a tent, you zip a couple motherfuckers in it, you fog them out, and then you can get some real out of that fog machine.
That'd be great. Dude, just go get like the strongest fucking nicotine concentration you can find, and then just go pump that into a room full of people of like non-smokers that don't get any nicotine intake, and watch them all get the head spins, potentially throw up. That'd be amazing. I just saw someone there mention Cypress Hills. I saw on a map, because I've been Google Mapsing the hell out of the route, multiple routes to booth camp. Like, once again, trying to run finances and all that shit, trying to see if we can make work. Basically, I'm fanatical on it about this time. There's a place, I think it was in Alberta or Saskatchewan, called Cypress Hills. I was like, sweet, we should go through there. But looking at the time, dude, we're well over time. About time to start packing it in here and getting on with the night. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us. Tuesday nights rule. I enjoy these shows immensely, and I needed the therapy session. I'm no longer bitchy and agitated. So thank you all for helping me take that chill pill.
No longer bitchy. That's good. That's good, man. It's always fun getting to hang out here and just fucking hang out, talk some shit, have some fun with chat, and do our thing. So much love to everybody who hangs out on these, who fucking chats and keeps this moving, man. We appreciate all of you just listening in. And so do us a favor, hit thumbs up, do the likey like, sharies, any of that stuff. Fucking share it over on your Insta stuff. Bring friends, do all that. But other than that,
I appreciate all that.
Yeah, man, you should do that for us. Just fucking why not?
Oh, yeah. With that, everyone, we'll be back Sunday morning as always. I should be there. I don't see why I wouldn't be. That's kind of, we'll be getting back from Armstrong most likely a few hours before that. And we'll probably do the big drive home after, as we usually do. But it's a little bit closer drive than typical, so it should be not too bad. I'm really excited for that. I want everybody to have a kick-ass weekend, as always.
I got the song loaded up, so woo, get them loaded up. We'll be right back. Hey, Tom.
Cheers, y'all. Have a great night.